We're finally getting another Dain quest. So just before I begin this, I'm probably just going to do my Skirk pulls now, since I just really want her on my team. As you can see, I have a lot saved up, so I am already guaranteed. But hopefully, I pull her very early. Because the sooner I can save up, the better. That is my first 10 pull. You'll love to see it. And, okay, you know what? I'm not even mad. It's the first 10 pull. I'm happy to lose it to Chi-Chi. That's 5 free wishes back already. Right, second 10 pull. Nope. Well, there's 2 dahlias. You'll love to see it. Right, third 10 pull. Going into the primos now. Nope. There's another dahlia. Fourth a 10 pull. Nope. Fifth 10 pull. Nope. Got another dahlia. Alright. Already nearly... 6th, 5th temple, I don't know. 6th temple, I believe. Alright. Again, I am not mad because we got Chi-Chi on the first 10 pull. So, we didn't go to hard pity fully. How about you give me 2 Skirks for compensation, though? There she is.
Skirk.
She looks so sick, though. I mean, 73k left over with 5 wishes as well. I'll take it. God, he has it. Oh, it's so annoying. Okay, I'm definitely not going AFK with him. Jesus. Yan-san.
Oh, Tulani and Paimon. Fancy that. I didn't expect to run into you two here.
Yeah, calling us by our ancient name. Sick. That's actually really cool.
Oh hey, Coach Yan-san. What are you doing here all by yourself? Just so you know, Paimon didn't come here to train. Paimon's not looking to sign up for any diet plan or bodybuilding class right now.
This is a new Paimon VA, right? With all the drama that was going around.
Alright, got it. But seriously, what do you take me for? Some coach from hell? I'd never force a student into something they didn't want to do. That being said, a little aerobic exercise would probably do you some good. You
True.
could take over my patrol for a while. That would count.
Rather than training, that sounds more like helping you out.
Yeah, all jokes aside, you're right. I'm looking for some help. The Collective of Plenty is holding a bodybuilding competition soon, and so many people have been busy squeezing in their last-minute workouts that we've run out of staff for patrols.
Oh no.
Oh, so you've stepped in to cover their work. But don't you have a last-minute workout to do too?
I'm good. For one thing, I believe peak conditioning can only be achieved through consistent training over a long time span.
Heat conditioning.
Cramming in a workout at the last minute does next to nothing for you.
Yeah, that's kind of the point I was gonna bring up is I feel like having a big workout just before you do a competition, probably not the best of ideas.
But more pertinently, well, as you can probably imagine, I'm not able to compete in any of the most popular weight classes, and there's no real competition in my own weight class.
Fair point, actually.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You'll have the growth spurt soon, trust.
Oh no, don't look at Paimon like that. We are not the same weight class, and no way is Paimon competing against you.
Come on, Paimon, we all know that you might have a little bit of strength.
Traveler, let's just help with the patrol, alright? Otherwise, Yan-san's gonna make Paimon enter a bodybuilding competition!
It would be funny, though.
Perfect. I managed to get you on board with just one look.
Alright, coach, we'll help you out.
Thank you both. It should be pretty routine. Just keep your eyes peeled and make sure nothing strange is going on in the area. That'll free me up to check the other section. Let's meet back at the settlement when we're both done.
And this is kind of bad because that means it's a lot easier for the Abyss Order to initiate their attack, since that's kind of what we got from the trailer.
Sure thing, just leave it to us. We're experts at strolling and patrolling, don't you worry.
That we are, Paimon, that we are. I just realized I've got no Natlan characters for exploration. No. Back to relying on the good old stamina bar. This is a weird area to be patrolling, I'm just saying. Oh.
What's this?
Oh.
Was there always a cave here?
No.
We should go take a look.
Someone's made themselves at home.
There's a hilichurl here. Is it sleeping? Doesn't look very hostile.
What is this?
Why is it hiding away here?
You good?
You woke it up.
I'm friendly.
It ran away. Hmm. Yes, our reputation in Natland is more fearsome than we thought. Even hilichurls don't want to mess with us now.
I don't think they're all there to actually be scared of us, right? That man Celestia in the back, that looks so sick. There's something on the ground.
You mean that shiny thing? Huh.
Oh,
Must have dropped it as it ran off.
this was the thing we were wearing in the trailer, right?
Huh.
I think.
Paimon bets that hilichurl thought it was a priceless treasure. It was probably planning to hide it here for safekeeping. Until we showed up. Let Paimon take a look. Hilichurls aren't the brightest, so it might not be worth much, but still.
Huh?
What is it? You look so serious all of a sudden.
Is this technology we're familiar with?
Isn't this just a regular old key? The style is unusual, though. Doesn't look Natlanese. Where do you think it's from?
This key, this is the key to the hibernation chamber on the spaceship. Huh?
What do you mean? What hibernation chamber? What spaceship?
Exactly, that's my questions, Paimon.
Wait, you mean the spaceship? The one that brought you to Teyvat?
Yeah, the one where, yeah, the one that was established ages ago, right? We already knew this. That's the one.
So, how did that key show up here? Are you sure you didn't just drop it?
No, I still have mine. I've always made sure to keep it safe and sound. Why was this not brought up sooner? So this was planted by our sibling, maybe?
Whoa! Yeah, these look identical. So, if one of them's yours, does that mean the other one is...
There are only two of these. One belongs to me and the other to my brother. So was the whole, like, spaceship thing that we came on already established in the law? And I just missed it, I guess? There are only two of these. One belongs to me and the other to my brother.
Knew it! Huh, the keys to a spaceship! Huh, somehow that really rams home the fact that you really are an actual alien. Oh, wait, no, descender.
Yeah, well, our brother's not a descender, so we're special.
But anyway, now we know where it came from. The question is, how did it get here? The simplest explanation is that your brother lost his key somewhere not far from here. Then that hilichurl found it and ducked into the nearest cave to hide it.
That doesn't seem likely.
If that's true, it means your brother was here recently.
By extension, the Abyss Order was probably here as well. The fact that it's like, I don't see our brother just losing this accidentally, and then it being a hilichurl as well just makes it a lot more suspicious.
Yeah. Man, this is so crazy. We only agreed to help with the Anson's patrol on a whim. And now, we've made this bombshell discovery and found a huge lead on your brother.
A very big coincidence.
Should we keep following this trail while it's hot? Or do you think we should check back in with the Anson?
Just continue patrolling.
Ah, there you are. Looks like you went the extra mile today. Thanks for being so diligent.
How did you find us?
Oh, hey, Eon-san, what's up? Didn't think we'd see you again till we headed back to the settlement. We were actually just about to go meet up with you. We've made a huge discovery today.
Bro, there's too many coincidences. I'm suspicious of everything now.
I came here to let you know that you don't need to keep patrolling anymore. The bodybuilding competition has just been cancelled, so the usual squad will be resuming their normal duties. They'll be here to take over shortly.
Wait, canceled? Why? What happened?
Abyss Order.
The Abyss Order attacked.
Which again is very big because the Abyss Order has never launched an attack like this. It's always been the Abyss doing the attacking. The Abyss Order is always the one scheming behind the scenes.
Huh?
Didn't expect our suspicions to be confirmed so quickly. Sounds like Aether is on the move again. I'll find a way to speak with him in person this time. I have to.
I've heard of the Abyss Order, but this is the first time I've known them to take organized action on such a large scale.
There it is.
It's like they're preparing to go to war against our entire nation.
One little sect versus the entire nation of war? How are they expecting to pull that off?
Paimon? Sure, there might be a little... Actually, we don't even know if they're a little sect. We don't know how big the Abyss Order is. We don't know the scale of their army, and plus, we know they're very strong.
Based on everything we've seen from them so far, they usually prefer to act in the shadows. So, what's different about it this time? What could they be after?
I mean, it's probably got something to do with the Loom of Fate.
No clue. All we know is that they've attacked our tribe, but that doesn't tell us much. Our defenses are holding strong so far, so I'm gonna head to the Stadium of the Sacred Flame and see what Mawika knows. If there's any information out there, she's the one people report to. Oh, want to come with me? I'm sure everyone will feel better knowing that the hero of Natlan is on the case.
Well, I am keen to find out more about the situation, and I can provide some information on the Abyss Order.
Great, then let's head over together.
Yeah, guys, I apologize for my siblings' actions. I am no way involved in this. A space and time for you. Once again, a very interesting title for this Archon quest. Oh, we actually get to read it. Hold on a minute. Key to the hibernation chamber. On the ship that traversed the Sea of Stars, there should only be 2 keys, belonging to the golden-haired traveling twins. So I'm guessing this is like the spaceship that we own. Is it just kind of chilling outside of the world at the moment?
Mawika!
What's up?
Oh? Great timing, Eon-san. I was just about to send someone for you. And it's good to see the travelers with you.
How are things looking? What's the latest word from the messengers?
The Abyss Order has been spotted near several tribes at the same time. Clearly, this is a coordinated strike.
I feel like most of this is going to be a distraction as well. Like, they'll be targeting the tribes, but their main work will be somewhere else. Probably in Natlan, since that place has the most lore relevance to insane stuff.
Also, their numbers are much higher than expected. Their organization appears to have grown considerably, but because they're usually so secretive, this is the first we're learning of it.
Same point I brought up earlier.
It sounds like they're throwing everything they have at us. What are they trying to achieve?
I would really like it if we do see Enjo, though. But I'm pretty sure we're going to see him in Majavari. But if he makes an appearance here, I will be happy.
That's what I'd like to know as well. Historically, Natlan has not been a hotbed of Abyss Order activity, and we have no particular quarrel with them.
Could it be revenge, perhaps? Would they want to get back at us for our recent victory over the Abyss?
Probably not.
Oh,
I think they
seems
work
unlikely.
separately.
But then again, Paimon wouldn't put anything past the Abyss Order.
It's too early to say anything definite. For the time being, we should continue monitoring the situation.
How are the battles going? Not too many casualties, hopefully?
Well, even if they're committing all their forces to the fight, they're in for a tough time.
True.
Our brave warriors have just emerged victorious from an all-out fight against the Abyss itself.
Yep. We have a whole nation's worth of seasoned veterans fighting for us.
And morale is probably at an all-time high, though, as well.
Compared to the true Abyss, the Abyss Order poses a far smaller threat. They cannot endlessly replenish their forces, for starters.
Again, we don't really know how big their forces are, though, since they work in the shadows so much. They could have an all, like, endgame army waiting. We don't know.
However, this is still a war, so we must give it our all and do our utmost to minimize casualties.
And again, the Abyss Order is a lot more sentient, so they can be a lot more cunning with the plans they come up with.
The tribes are organizing their defenses as we speak. Traveler, this is one war that Natlan can handle on its own. If you wish to stay out of it, you'll be safe here at the stadium with me.
Nah, this is something to do with my brother. I'm staying. No, this one is personal for me.
Oh? In what way?
Yeah, you know, the leader might be my sibling. No, don't worry too much about it. The current leader of the Abyss Order is my brother. Oh shit.
Yep, that's how it is.
I see. My goodness, that is Very personal indeed.
I feel like this is the first time we've revealed this to someone, right? Especially an Archon. Of course, like, Dain knows. But besides from that, actually, Venti probably knows. I know, it's hard to keep track of who knows what in this game.
If you don't mind me asking, do you have any idea what his goal could be?
That's what I want to know as well. I mean, it has something to do with the Luma Fade and using that to change fate.
Safe to say, they're not exactly on the best terms at the moment. Ever since Paimon met the Traveler, she's been trying to track her brother down and get some answers. But he's been avoiding her.
I see. So you two have fallen out. Huh. A pretty common occurrence between siblings.
I feel like this one's a bit more severe though, innit?
Well, yeah, that may be. But the stakes are a little higher where these two are involved.
They certainly are. Although somehow it doesn't surprise me that a spat between the Traveler and Twin could affect the fate of the entire world.
True. One's a descender and one has a device that can weave fates and change it. Terrifying.
Just so I'm clear, you're still on Natlan's side, and you have no idea what your sibling is after. Is that right?
Absolutely. I might even hate the Abyss Order more than you do.
Well, that's a relief. When you first mentioned your sibling, I was worried we were about to be thrust into an impossible position.
Nah, you good.
Our reports say that the Abyss Order has focused most of their efforts against the Masters of the Nightwind. If you don't plan on staying here with me, I'd recommend going there to lend them a hand.
I mean, the Masters of the Nightwind are certainly the most problematic to deal with. Sounds great.
I'll join you. Right now, the Collective of Plenty isn't facing a serious threat, so we should support the other tribes.
Many thanks, you two. Anything you need, send word to me right away.
Roger.
And don't worry, you're still Natlan's hero. I'm not gonna blame you for something your sibling has done.
Thank you.
Still, if we manage to find your brother, you wouldn't mind if I gave him a good punch to teach him a lesson.
Hey,
would you?
be my guest. That would be funny to see.
Look, it's Eulalie.
Yo! Let's go.
Huh. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Are you here to reinforce us?
Yeah, I mean, again, the Masters of the Nightwind have Eulalie, so her alone definitely need to deal with her first.
How are things looking? Mawika told us to come here.
Oh, the situation must be pretty dire if it's managed to get Eulalie out of the house.
True.
Dire? No, I wouldn't go that far. It's mostly just irritating.
Again, the attacks on the tribes are most likely a distraction, so they can do their work elsewhere.
I heard we're being hit the hardest out of all the tribes. What are they trying to imply? They just think we're pushovers or something?
No, I think that means you're more of a problem.
The more I thought about it, the angrier I got. I couldn't exactly concentrate on my novel after that, so... well, here I am.
Yo, the pow is adorable.
So, that's how they earned the ire of Granny Eatsley, huh?
They call themselves the Abyss Order, yes? Ugh, so tasteless. It's exactly the kind of two-dimensional name a clueless writer picks because they don't trust the rest of their writing to persuade the reader of who the real villains are.
Yeah, Hoyoverse. Taking a jab at yourself, I like that.
Hey, she's saying your brother has poor taste.
I'm just glad I'm not the only one who thinks that.
Wait, what? Are you saying her brother is a member of the Abyss Order?
Yo, we're just revealing this information. He's the leader.
I only said that because I was mad. But maybe I went too far?
Hey, let's save the chat for later. We've got some enemies incoming.
Ah, well, rest in peace.
Good. A much-needed chance to vent my frustration. And not a moment too soon. Things were getting awkward there. Luckily, I'll never have to find out just how badly the rest of that conversation was gonna go.
I respect it.
You didn't have to say that last part out loud, Eulalie. Anyway, let's get him!
Yo. Easley's about to clap him.
Yeah.
Destroyed.
Phew. Much better. That's more like it.
Oh, impressive work, Granny Eatsley. If I'd known you were on the case already, I might have reconsidered whether your tribe really needed reinforcements.
If anyone should be reconsidering, it's the Abyss Order. They picked the wrong target this time.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're only sending out, like, mages, though, right? Not actual heralds. They're not sending out the big boys, pretty much.
Experience says that if we head in the direction they were attacking from, we should find their stronghold. Why don't we press our advantage and destroy their base? They won't know it hit them.
Hey, was there a battle here just now? Need any help?
Yeah, you're a bit too late for that, mate.
The warriors from the Masters of the Nightwind are here!
The battle against the Abyss is still fresh on our minds, so everyone's used to working together. Well, morale's high and everyone's here. Let's go take down that stronghold!
Round 2? I feel bad for these guys.
What is that thing? It's like it's draining the strength right from my body. Find a way to destroy it!
That's definitely interesting.
Someone else has to.
I stopped paying attention for like 2 seconds. What happened?
Am I still too weak?
Sorry, Skirk. I don't even know what I was doing there. Oh, it's draining our health, that's why.
You must be the boss here.
Ah, there it is.
Show you what happens when you mess with the Masters of the Nightwind.
There's the Herald. Man, you're getting clapped. You won't even be able to move. There we go.
This stronghold is neutralized. Good work, everyone.
Where did the NPCs go? Did they get clapped?
The Abyss Orders all bark and no bite.
To be honest, this was anticlimactic. I was hoping for a personal apology at the very least. And ideally, a whole speech acknowledging the superior might of the Masters of the Nightwind.
Again, this just seems more of a distraction.
Well, whatever. I'll just have to make up for it with some extra wine at the victory feast.
Any excuse to drink.
With the stronghold cleared, this area should be safe for the time being. But still, something tells me we can't afford to let our guard down yet. Maybe it's just me, but an enemy under siege normally defends their stronghold at all costs. The fighting gets more and more intense right till the bitter end. But this time was different. With a few exceptions, most of the enemies here gave up and fled the moment that... well, I don't know, but it seemed like they sensed something.
Oh, Dane's here, run!
Huh? Not sure I follow. They did a tactical retreat, that's all. It's just a different strategy.
I'm not convinced. Don't forget, they're radicals who chose to wage war on an entire nation. They don't do things in half measures. It seems out of character to cut their losses and run like that.
It's nice to see Ian-san actually figure things out and see Delali being more of a shut-in. Can't catch up too quickly with it.
So you're saying there's more to this than meets the eye?
Yep.
I'm saying we don't know enough to be sure of anything at this stage. So let's stay alert and keep our defenses at the ready.
So we're no wiser as to the Abyss Order's objective. Back to square one. If only I could get Aoife to talk to me, I could get all the answers for us. Yeah, I'm heading back to the Collective of Plenty. That key is our only lead so far.
Paimon had a hunch you might say that.
The other two just turn around like, wait, what key?
But you're right. If we can somehow use that key to track down your sibling, maybe we can end this war before things get serious. And maybe you can finally get some answers.
Wait, you're leaving? But I was still debating whether to invite you to the first victory feast.
She's so cute.
Go ahead, you two. See, Lolly and I will take care of things here.
Alright, toodles.
And we're back where we started. That Hilichurl probably found the key nearby, right?
See, the fact that this key was planted next to a Hilichurl just makes it a lot more suspicious. It's kind of like the Hilichurl was kind of protecting it somewhat.
Let's look around for clues. There's no time to waste. Ian-san and St. Lolly are waiting for us.
Pick up the club.
Ugh. We've scoured the entire area, but still nothing. How the heck did the key end up in that Hilichurl's hands?
Can we check the club? There might be something on it.
Are we supposed to believe that it just fell out of your brother's pocket as he passed by?
Nope.
Seems kind of ludicrous to lose something so important in such a dumb way. But then again, who knows? Sometimes in life, things just go missing and that's that.
Oops. Oh.
Oh, thank
It's
goodness.
the girl.
Someone's here. Please help me.
Mm-hmm. There it is. Camrian eyes. It is kind of weird that this Hilichurl... It is kind of weird that the Hilichurl ran off, and now we see her appear. So whether or not our sibling had something to do with this, of that Hilichurl now turning into her, who knows? It's just a lot of weird things are happening.
Who are you? What happened?
Mm-hmm. Well, you look very familiar to someone I know.
No, now isn't the time. Please, you've got to help me. I'm being chased by monsters and I can't keep running. Can you do something?
You've come to the right person, but where are these monsters you speak of?
Yeah, where are they? Paimon doesn't see any monsters behind you.
Huh? I'm sorry, I don't quite understand.
Is she in like a... Is she seeing like a different time?
They're almost here. This really isn't the time to be joking around.
Because if our sibling is messing with fate and time and, you know, stuff like this. Because with what we saw in the trailer, we did see Canria and that whole, like, red sky business. Because we already know there's a theory that the past, present, and future all exist at the same time. So maybe what's happening is whatever our sibling's doing, it's like the past and present are merging together. So the Hilichurl that we saw is her in the past, and the environment that she's currently seeing is 500 years in the past, potentially.
We're not. We're completely serious. We don't see any monsters.
But how? Ugh, there's no time. They're coming. We gotta run.
But I really don't see anything. Where do you intend to run to?
What's wrong with that girl? She must be seeing things.
Uh-oh. You good?
Oh no! It
My
looks like
leg.
something really hit her. Maybe she was right.
Huh. That is interesting, though.
Quick, let's see if she's okay.
Yo, what is our sibling doing?
What's wrong? Are you hurt? What was that?
The monsters! They're right there! You need to get out of here. It's too dangerous.
Any like actual injury though? Let me help you up first. Huh? Oh. Suddenly I can see them.
Huh? Oh, now you finally see them. Well, it's about time. I nearly kicked the bucket just now.
Huh. Oh, this could be very bad. I don't know what our sibling is cooking, but this is not good. I'm sorry, I'll take care of them now.
Great! Thank you, Savior.
Savior?
Look, it's something to do with our sibling. It's complicated, Paimon. Camria business. Hey, good work, Traveler.
You done? Paimon still can't see anything, so she can't tell. It just looked like you were slicing at thin air. Kinda funny, actually.
Alright, let it go, Paimon. I don't know what's going on either, but I could see them once I held her hand.
Oh, really?
So it really does seem like the past and present are beginning to merge into one. Whether or not the future is also gonna begin merging. Bro, the lore is gonna get so complicated if that's the case. Let's try it one more time. I want to check that I've got all the monsters.
Sure.
Let us know what's wrong.
It's nothing. It's okay. I can see they're all gone now. No need for you to check.
Yeah, the blush? Adorable.
I didn't think much of it when the monsters were breathing down our necks, but now that I've calmed down, holding hands with you like this, I'm just a little shy, that's all.
She's gonna die. Oh, didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable.
Huh? Have you never shaken hands with someone before? You sure get flustered easily.
Probably reminds her of our sibling, potentially.
Well, anyway, I haven't had the chance to introduce myself yet. I'm Deirdith. Thanks for, saving me just now.
You're a diff.
I'm really...
No worries.
My bad.
Paimon's Paimon, and this is the Traveler. With her around, you'll be safe from any monsters. As long as they're visible.
Yep.
So, what was the deal with those monsters just now, anyway?
Your guess is as good as mine. I could see them the whole time, so when you said you couldn't, I thought you were making fun of me.
Madam, what color is the sky?
Whoa, that must have been scary.
Ah,
The idea
this
that
visual
you'd
again?
Stand by and laugh while some poor girl was being hunted down by monsters?
The last time we saw, like, those kind of eyes was in Inazuma, right? During the event. That would have made us more monstrous than monsters. I'll never do something so horrendous.
Don't worry, we aren't like that. When we say we can't see something, it's because we really can't see it.
That was a very interesting look she had.
But more importantly, did the monsters hurt you? How bad is it?
It's nothing serious. But I did sprain my ankle back there. I won't be doing any more running for a while.
There's a cave nearby. Why don't we go rest there for now?
Good idea. We'll take you.
God, I'm so interested.
Thank you so much. Despite getting injured, I still feel much safer with you around.
She 100% was the Helichurl we saw here. Because maybe that's why she ran when she was a Helichurl, because she saw us enter. Again, must have mistaken us as monsters, because we do eliminate a lot of Helichurls, I will admit.
I'm gonna stay here until I heal up. Don't want to risk running into any more monsters.
Yeah, you already took a big enough risk coming out here all on your own. So, where are you from, Deirdith?
A small village, far away from here. I walked for what seemed like forever and lost my way, so... yeah, I have no idea where I am anymore.
Probably walked as a Helichurl then, right?
Maybe all these trials and tribulations are part of the journey. No one said finding the savior is gonna be easy.
No one said finding the savior is gonna be easy. That's referring to our sibling. I'm still kind of confused on the timeline, so I'm pretty sure... So our sibling got the calling to Camria, right? Our brother answered to it, and I'm guessing we just kind of followed him. We ended up in Camria. I think the attack also happened when we were there, unless we went to Camria, did whatever we did, went to go leave, and that's kind of when we met the sustainer of the Heavenly Principles. You know, that's kind of when everything kicked off. I think. I'm definitely going to have to refresh myself on the timeline of that period.
Huh. That's the second time you called the Traveler a savior. What's all that about?
Oh, sorry. It just slipped out. I was caught off guard. The resemblance is so uncanny. Anyway, let me start from the beginning. There was once a sage who passed through my village. People got the sense that she was truly omniscient. The sage said that doomsday was coming. But as that day approached, a savior would reveal themselves to us.
Sage. Interesting. Probably one of the Hexen Circle members then?
The day of disaster is almost upon us. So my grandmother begged me to leave the village and find the savior before it's too late.
Ah, that's upsetting.
Doomsday?
I've heard people talk about the savior since I was a kid. Growing up, it really made an impression on me. The description is practically etched into my mind. So when I saw your golden hair for the first time, it was like this image that's existed in my mind's eye all these years suddenly came to life. Everything matched.
Oh, so that's why you were lost for words when you first saw her.
Yeah, I think you're kind of talking about our sibling though.
Well, the Traveler's definitely got what it takes to be a savior, and she's already got a ton of titles, so she won't mind one extra.
Actually, I don't think it's her.
What? But didn't you say that everything matched?
Everything except the gender. The savior was described as a young man.
You're assuming my gender? Yeah, definitely our brother.
Oh, for goodness sake. There are gender requirements to be a savior? Really?
I think I know who it is.
Oh, of course. If it's not you, then it's gotta be him.
Who? Who is it?
My brother.
You have a brother? Well, then that's it. Oh, it's him. It has to be. Oh, thank goodness. Please, can you take me to see him?
That's the difficult part, ma'am.
Maybe, if you're lucky. It just depends if we can find him.
Huh? But isn't he your brother?
Yeah, family complications, unfortunately.
Sorry. Looks like Paimon steered this conversation back to the fallout between you two. It wasn't on purpose, but that's the reality, so it's hard to avoid.
God, I feel like we've had more conversation about our sibling within this quest already than the entire game.
Okay, fair enough. But since you're looking for him anyway, why don't we team up? We might stand a better chance if we work together.
But it just makes me wonder, what kind of relevance does she have with everything that's going on, right? Because Caribert had the role of completing the Loom of Fate, so what role does she have? Unless she's just being used as, like, an experiment to see if everything's working. Have you always believed that Doomsday will come?
Yes. Everyone says that the disaster is inevitable.
So they knew it was coming.
But the Savior will rescue us all from our pain and suffering. I've always dreamed of meeting the Savior.
Do you really buy this whole doomsday thing? Seems kind of far-fetched.
Paimon, it did happen. She spoke with conviction. I don't think she's lying. Maybe it's another lie spread by the Abyss Order. Yeah, blushing again?
See? She broke eye contact. Sure sign of a guilty conscience. Time to press her for answers.
Nah, I just think there's... I think she's just embarrassed.
What's wrong, Deirdis? Something's clearly bothering you. You want to tell us what's going through your mind?
Paimon, leave her alone.
Oh, I just... how should I put it? The Traveler looks just like the Savior of my dreams.
That's why she's getting embarrassed.
And it's not every day that the Savior of your dreams swoops in and saves the day in your moment of crisis.
I'm in love.
So I'm just a little overwhelmed, that's all. 3 seconds of unbroken eye contact is the limit. I don't think my mind and body can handle any more than that.
Yeah, body as well. Okay.
What do you mean, limit? What happens after 3 seconds?
Where are we going with this? How am I supposed to respond to that?
I'm sorry. Please forget that I said anything. Let's just leave it there for now.
She down bad, down bad.
Like I said, I'm going to hide here until I feel well enough to move again. If you manage to find the Savior in the meantime, please come and let me know. Thank you.
Are you sure
Gotta
you'll
find
be
all the
okay
good-
here on your own? Do you have enough to eat?
I'll be fine. I might not be much of a fighter, but I know how to stay hidden. And if I get hungry, I'm sure I'll find something around here. Don't worry about that.
For someone who knows how to stay hidden, you certainly wasn't doing a good job of that.
Alright then. Well, take care. Being on your own isn't easy.
We come back and she's a helichel again.
What a mysterious girl. We should definitely keep an eye on her.
I feel like we should already know what Camria Eyes looks like, right? I'm surprised we didn't pick up on it.
But hey, at least she seems to like you. And it sounds like she's gonna help look for your brother when she's healed. Anyway, this is probably all the progress we're gonna make for now. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind and see if they need our help.
So maybe what our sibling wants to do is to reverse like the curse on the helichels, kind of bring everything back to the past and change what happened back then.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need some time to myself.
Oh, you're back! How did it go? Find anything?
We've definitely had an encounter.
Nothing substantial, unfortunately. But we had the weirdest experience.
So I take it that the war's still on?
Yes, unfortunately.
That's okay. I just wasn't sure, because things seemed to be at a standstill while you were gone. The Abyss Order hasn't attacked us, and since we don't know what they're planning, we haven't made a move either. In a word, it's a stalemate. The guards have been keeping watch around the clock, but for everyone else, you wouldn't even know we're at war.
Huh. Really makes you wonder what the Abyss Order's thinking.
Just one big distraction. Oh, to keep us here and looking around. Who knows?
I was wondering, Traveler, if you have the time, could you go and pay a visit to the guards?
I thought for a moment she was offering that to us.
They've been working a pretty demanding schedule.
God,
I
it's
was gonna
massive.
go see them myself, but I'm sure they'd appreciate a visit from the greatest hero of our time.
Oh, but you're a great hero too, Yan-san.
Well, since you asked, this is technically my sibling's fault, so sure.
Great. Thanks, you two.
Wow, Tumaini, our hero. We've actually fought together before. You probably don't remember it though.
Was he one of the NPCs that we helped? Yeah, of course I do.
You do? Then it's truly an honor to serve alongside you once more.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Thank you for standing guard this whole time.
It's all good. Honestly, it's not been that much work. Haven't heard a peep from the enemy.
Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
Nothing that would indicate an impending attack. I've spotted a bunch of Abyss Order operatives, but they weren't acting hostile, just hanging around. There were even moments when they seemed to be meditating. At least, that's what it looked like to me. Maybe it's part of their religion or something.
Yeah, we really need to head over to Ochkanatlan.
Out of an abundance of caution, I asked some shamans from the tribe to take a look and see if there was anything nefarious at work. But they didn't sense anything untoward, so we just put it down to religious ceremony and left them to it.
I don't know about that, Chief.
Huh. Interesting. Oh well, the more time they spend meditating, the less time they spend trying to beat us to a pulp.
It seems suspicious, though. Could this be related to their true objective?
Well, the shamans didn't raise any concerns, so how bad could it be?
Eh.
As far as I'm concerned, so long as they don't pose an active threat, they can do all the cult worship activities they want.
Yeah, but this is like a different power, though, right? Do the shamans really understand it?
Besides, as soon as everything's in place and we're ready for an all-out offensive, there'll be no match for us.
Sounds like morale is pretty high. Guess there's strength and confidence in numbers. Let's keep going, Traveler.
And they just won a war against the Abyss?
Huh? Is that Tumaini? What brings you here? Is this, like, a meet and greet?
Bro, do you not know what's happening? I do like everyone's calling us by our ancient name now, though. It's cute.
I wasn't... I'm so nervous.
Hey man, that's not good for your hair, stop.
Hey, come on! You'd march to war without so much as blinking. What's so scary about a chat with a Traveler, huh?
It's not the same thing at all. There are plenty of chances to go to war. But a one-on-one chat with our great hero? That could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Man, just send us a commission. We'll be on it in a heartbeat. Trust me.
How can I not be nervous? What if I say something wrong? Or if my posture's bad? Or if I accidentally make a weird expression with my face? One bad impression can stick for life.
Well, you're not really making the best of impressions, mate.
No one's here to judge you on your posture or your facial expressions. Relax!
All right then. I'm sorry, great hero, but I have a small favor to ask.
Of course.
What Paimon guess? An autograph, right? That's easy.
May I challenge you to a fight?
Oh, my guy, rest in peace.
What? How can you be so audacious and so sheepish at the same time? Huh. Paimon's starting to think your nervousness is all just an act.
I respect it, though.
No, of course not. I just figured that if I don't ask now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. But I am still on patrol, so please, Great Paimon, if you wouldn't mind taking over for me for just a few minutes?
Yeah, great Paimon. That'll definitely encourage her to do it.
Ugh. Again with the sheepish audacity. Just pick one or the other, will you?
I think it's a fair request. Bring it on. The game just cuts to him on the floor, like, Yamcha pose. I don't know why we make it so dramatic.
Obviously, I never expected to win, but until now, I didn't appreciate just how great the gulf was between us. I'll be bragging about the day I got to spar with Hermione for the rest of my life. Today's really my lucky day.
Wasn't really a spell though, was it? It was a single punch.
Oh, Paimon can't keep up with you. Your tone has changed all over again. Now you've had a spar with the Traveler. What gives?
Well, some people connect through conversation, but we warriors bond by sparring. And now that I've had a bout with the hero, we're no longer strangers. Nothing to be nervous about anymore.
Okay. Well, to each their own. But Paimon's still gonna stick to conversation.
Yeah, have you noticed anything out the ordinary?
Not at all. We haven't spotted any new enemy movements.
Sick, we're getting nowhere.
As Paimon expected, nothing here either. Let's do another lap and get back to Yan-san.
I feel like we
So, did the guards find anything?
I feel like we should head to the location that we've had the most suspicious activity, right? Not actually being within the tribe where the defenses are at all-time high.
Nothing much, no. Someone mentioned that the Abyss Order has been doing some kind of meditation or prayer, but apparently it seemed harmless. Paimon wants to lodge a complaint about one of the guards, though. His name's Kentalo.
Yeah, you writing him out?
Hmm?
Ignore Paimon. He wasn't a problem.
Traveler? You're back already? And no one thought to wake me up, huh?
Have you been drinking already?
In fairness, you look pretty hungover.
Hungover
Can't
anyway.
imagine anyone wanting to wake you up in that state.
True.
I'll have you know I'm perfectly sober when I'm hungover. Okay. I'll admit that sounds strange at face value, but regardless, what I meant to say is, I heard something about the Abyss Order engaging in meditation.
Thank you. Sita Lally actually paying attention to it.
Yeah, that's right. Does that mean anything to you, St. Lolly?
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
That's concerning.
Oh, what does that mean?
Since Natlan's ley lines are very unique, maybe that will help with the Loom of Fate.
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still.
Probably should be worried about it.
It's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
A signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. Yeah, we really are bringing different timelines onto this. Bro, the story is gonna get so confusing.
Oh. So even someone as familiar with the ley lines as you can't tell what's going on. No wonder the shamans that Satura called to the front lines couldn't sense anything.
Or maybe what she's talking about is like the past here. I don't know though. We're in for a wild ride.
Yan-san, I think we should go talk to the chiefs. There's no point dragging this out. We need to take the initiative and drive the Abyss Order out of Natlan for good.
Good decision.
If that's the Council of Granny Eatsley, I'm sure the chiefs will agree. But it will still take us some time to gather the required force. In war, adequate planning and preparation is the key to victory.
Sure, but the finer details aren't my concern. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Just remember to come find me when you're ready to talk to the chiefs.
Actually, since you're here, Sita Lally, I might as well ask one more question.
Oh? Sure, what is it?
Have you ever heard of monsters that are only visible to certain people?
Huh, you mean only select individuals can see them? Now that's a strange one. I guess they could be manifestations of a disturbed psyche? Or extreme negativity embodied in physical form?
Again though, but because what she mentioned earlier, with a signal that exists on different dimensions of reality, that's kind of what she was seeing. She was seeing something of a different reality. And the moment we touched her, we got connected to her reality. So, I don't know, man.
It could also be a simple case of dead monsters whose souls got stuck here somehow. Well, I say simple. Things quickly get confusing when you start looking into monster souls. For starters, trying to figure out which classification system to use is a real pain in the...
Alright, we get it.
Just nerding out.
Granny Eatsley's learning and wisdom knows no bounds. But could we just get the short answer?
Hey, I was just thinking out loud. You really think I was just trying to flaunt my knowledge? Anyway, the short
Interesting
answer
to think
is...
about, though.
There are many potential explanations for the kind of phenomenon you describe. That said, it's not something I've ever encountered in all my years.
Well, I'm not surprised, since this probably is the Loom of Fate's doing.
Whew, wow. Okay. Well, if Granny Eatsley's never seen it, it might as well not exist, right?
That is not a reliable thing to go off Paimon.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
not that old.
I agree, it's hard to say what it is for sure.
Care to elaborate on what happened? This all sounds rather mysterious.
You two tell the
Really?
words.
You had to hold her hand to see the monsters?
Yeah.
Sounds a little contrived.
Jealous?
That's the part that bothers you?
She's so cute.
Maybe the point is more that it requires
Yeah.
direct physical contact, whether that be hand-holding or otherwise.
Getting more and more evidence of just characters liking the Traveler. I mean, we already knew a lot of characters did, but actually seeing someone be this irritated?
But that's neither here nor there. What bothers me is, it sounds like she's convinced that your sibling, the leader of the Abyss Order, is a savior.
Oh, wait. Sita Ollie turns around. Wait, leader?
That really makes me question whose side this girl is on, and whether what she told you about her background is actually the truth. Sorry if that comes across as paranoid. It's just hard not to be suspicious of everything when we're in the middle of a war.
Actually, Paimon feels like you make a fair point.
True.
Whoever this girl is, she sounds like bad news.
Alright, you're just jealous.
Okay, well, you're clearly just jumping to conclusions.
Do you think she's a spy?
It's hard to know what to make of it. A young lady all by herself, lost in the middle of nowhere, sees monsters that no one else can, calls the leader of the Abyss Order her savior.
Had Canria eyes. Don't worry too much about that, though.
At the very least, we should remain vigilant. Keep a close watch on her.
Sounds sensible. On that note, we probably shouldn't have left her by herself in that cave.
Exactly.
Traveler, we still need some time to muster our forces. Maybe you could check on her if you're not busy. Just be careful.
Might as well. She seems to trust me after all.
It's settled then. Let's go check on her.
You good, Sita Ollie?
Why holding hands? Why that specifically? Why not literally anything else?
She's so cute, man.
I'm not normally so suspicious of strangers, but at times like this, the safety of the tribes has to come first.
So did we really not notice the Camria eyes? Like, I feel like we've had enough run-in with Camrians that we should know that that is a feature of them, right? Like, we definitely know Camrians based off their clothing, but I feel like the Traveler should already know about the eyes. Now, the question is she gonna be back to a Hilichurl, or is she gonna be gone?
Here we are. Deirdre will still be here, right? Oh, it's so quiet, though. Uh-oh. What if Yansan was right? Maybe she never intended to stay here at all.
Let's stay quiet and move in carefully. We just get attacked. Could very well happen. Hey, she is lying in wait. Ah. Sick. I mean, it makes sense why we wouldn't really be bothered by that. Shoot, maybe... I forgot how you pronounce the name. Diritha really is
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was you. I heard a noise and I thought it was the monsters coming to get me.
The fact that she's holding the club, though, just kind of solidifies that she probably was the Hilichurl that we saw in the beginning.
Did I hurt you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight.
You're all good. If I thought it would have hurt, I would have tried to dodge. And somehow, it still hurt less than I expected.
Phew. That was scary. Paimon thought we'd walked into a trap. Maybe we shouldn't have sneaked in without announcing it. Then you would have known we weren't monsters.
To be honest, I've been really on edge since you left. I just have this constant feeling that any second, the monsters are gonna come back and get me.
Yeah, I don't really know why we kind of left, but sure.
Wait, if you really thought you were gonna starve or get killed by monsters, why'd you promise that you'd be okay here on your own?
I just didn't want to lose face in front of my hero.
She's so cute.
She already saved my life once. That's more than enough. I just don't want to come across as a constant burden.
Huh.
Better than dying,
For
though.
someone on the brink of starvation, you're pretty preoccupied with your image. What's the real reason?
What? That is the real reason. I'm kind of bearing my soul here, you know?
I mean, there's definitely some people like that, just so concerned about not wanting to be a burden. Could she really just be an injured civilian?
Anyway...
The eyes,
so,
Traveler! The eyes!
Could you make me some food now?
You are unbelievable. Sure, I know just the recipe. Only takes an hour and a half.
Oh, Paimon's getting hungry now too. Go on then. You can join us for dinner.
I'm sure we have some fruits on us that she can eat right now. Just to make sure she stays alive in time.
Whew. I am so full. Thanks for saving me, again. Starvation feels like a distant memory now.
See, it's the fact that she's an NPC, the building up this kind of relationship with the Traveler and her. Probably she's gonna die. I mean, she's from Camria as well, so her fate's not gonna be the happiest. No trouble at all. That's 2 favors you owe me now. Hope you're keeping count.
Huh. You can really pack it away, Deirdre. Guess that explains how you had the energy to make it this far.
And plus, when you're starving, you can devour a lot of food.
I tried so hard to hold back, but it looks like I still came across like a total glutton.
Bro, we have Paimon next to us. You're fine.
Paimon didn't even realize how late it is. Hey, the night sky here is really pretty.
Are we gonna get the reveal that she sees something different?
Yeah, and it's all thanks to you both that I'm able to relax and enjoy it. I was cooped up in that cave the whole time you were gone. Now, I'm finally out. The air seems fresher, and the stars more beautiful than ever before.
What's the color of the sky to you?
You weren't in there that long.
But she thought she was gonna starve to death. The time probably passed unbearably slowly. And plus, she's probably been starving for like, what, 500 years as a hilly chill?
When I was young, I used to lie on the roof of my house, gazing up at the stars. And often, my mind would drift to this question. Is this starry sky actually real?
Nope. No, it's not. Wait, why would she think that? Does she know about the false sky?
But my grandma would tell me, the answer to that question doesn't really matter. Think of all the people in our village who spend their entire lives here, she'd say. To them, that little village is their whole world. And so, if it's our destiny to live beneath this sky all our lives, then whatever may or may not lie beyond, this is our world. And that sky is real to us.
Fair enough.
Paimon kinda gets you, but also not really.
Just depends how you see the world.
Is it kind of like how journeying with the Traveler is everything to Paimon right now?
Yeah, that seems right.
I really treasured my world. For a really long time, the village was my everything. The houses, the scenery, stories I always loved to hear about the Savior.
But at the same time, I think if you hear the stories like, oh, Doomsday is coming, everything is going to be destroyed, you're going to be like, yeah, I kind of want to protect the world. My world, anyway.
But I could never bring myself to agree with Grandma. Even if the village was my entire world, I still had to know what lay outside its borders.
Yep. She was probably hit by the Helichel curse while she was, like, traveling, right?
Yeah! Go you!
So, I finally ventured out and set off on my journey to find the Savior. I'm going to make my world bigger, one step at a time. And I'm not going to stop until I've seen what's beyond the stars.
It's not the prettiest. Actually, it does look kind of pretty. How about
Maybe
like?
then, I'll finally get an answer to the question I had as a child.
Very interesting. They showed the moon there, though. Beyond the stars.
Who knows? Maybe one day, I'll be sitting and chatting just like we are now, but with someone from another world.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, one day. Oh, if only we could tell her. But it's probably best not to open that can of worms right now.
I need to find the Savior and protect my world. Then, I can make sure it continues to grow. That's the most worthwhile thing I could think of doing, so I've been giving it everything I've got.
You know what? It's pretty cool. Paimon kinda wants to root for you now.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, sorry. I got a little carried away. I always get chatty after a hearty meal. Just like my grandma.
The more we chat, the more convinced I am that she's not a bad person. And it doesn't sound like she's been brainwashed by the Abyss Order. Maybe we can afford to trust her. The eyes, Traveler, the eyes, please.
Hold on. Shh. It's them. The monsters are back.
Hand-holding time.
Where? Oh, still invisible, huh?
In that case, guess we gotta try that trick again. Adorable. Yeah, they're really building
Can you
up.
see them now?
They're really building up this relationship, so something bad's gonna happen to her. There they are. Yeah, stay back. I'll handle them. My savior. Oh, damn.
Oh, Paimon still can't see anything. But please, be careful.
I thought we'd just obliterate them. Travel actually using their elements. Let's go. It's been so long. And
Huh? Wow, that was fast. Did you get all of them?
yeah, easy.
Oh, Paimon's slowly but surely getting used to the sight of you fighting thin air.
It's like those videos of showing what the characters will look like without all their like animations. They just look like they're crazy.
You doing all right, Deirdith?
Smitten.
Deirdith? Hey, it's okay. There's nothing to be scared of anymore.
Oh, I'm fine. I just spaced out there for a moment.
She just looks so dashing.
You spaced out? That's a pretty bold move under the circumstances.
The flowers in the hair as well are very interesting.
I was just... the image of the Traveler fighting to protect me. I was trying to commit it to memory. Seems like the least I can do.
Going really heavy on the romance, eh?
All right. Whatever floats your boat.
Anyway, there are no more monsters in the area, and it's getting late. Why don't you stay here tonight?
Sounds reasonable to Paimon. What do you think, Traveler?
We can camp out, I guess. You want to go inside the teapot? I'm personally satisfied with Deirdith. It isn't a threat, but it can't hurt to monitor for another night. Sure, that's the way you justify it.
All right. Deirdith will be...
Deirdith.
Deirdith? Why are you going in alone?
As you stare at the hibernation chamber key in your hand, you start to relax and drift. Oh, soon a vivid dream fills your mind. She was probably embarrassed, that's why she went in alone. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the Night Kingdom. This is the Night Kingdom. Man, look at that. Got everything done. Beautiful. Yeah, Ether? Talking to the Wyab? The flower? Ether. And Lord of the Night? Lord of the Night, my bad. Very, very interesting, though. Yeah, because we know, by the way, the Travelers are not voiced in 5.7, but they are returning in 5.8. Ugh. My head. It hurts. My headache. It's gone? I think I hear a voice in the darkness.
Doomsday. A fitting name indeed.
X and circle? It's probably N, right?
A blood-red sky.
Damn, holy, the visuals?
Wild beasts that slaughter all in sight. Endless pain. A terrible curse that cannot be reversed.
And actually seeing the guards fighting the abyss monsters, though, that's cool.
And the birth of a savior.
I wonder what our sibling was doing talking to the Lord of the Night, though. Whether that's happening now or that happened in the past. That dream I just had. Aw, adorable.
You're awake. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, you were just watching us sleep? Was she holding my hand? Adorable.
You just look quite distressed, like you were having a nightmare.
Oh, and that's why our headache went away, I'm guessing.
I thought if I took your hand into mine, you might find it soothing. At least, that's what my family always did when I had nightmares.
Aw.
But it didn't seem to work on you. In fact, I think I made it even worse. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm guessing that's when we got the headache, is when she held our hand.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, Paimon. He's being such a troll.
You better not be trying to pull a fast one on the Traveler.
What? Don't be so... I have more self-control than that.
Yeah, dude.
Self-control? What does that have to do with it?
Damn, okay. Ugh, I still can't remember anything. What did I just see in my dream just now? Not again, come on, man. It was same with Carrier Bear. I think I saw Aether in the Night Kingdom at the very start of the dream, but I can't remember what happened next. Okay, so we do remember that. Good. Never mind. If the memory is gone, I can't force myself to remember it. I'm going back to sleep. We can catch up tomorrow morning.
No way is Paimon getting back to sleep after this.
Okay, Paimon.
You go ahead. But for the rest of the night, Paimon is staying up to keep an eye on this young lady.
Making sure nothing crosses the line.
Oh, do I really seem that shady to you?
Taking advantage of a defenseless traveler. It's actually kind of wild to see this the direction they're taking it in.
For 3 days. Make sure you eat the perishable stuff first, so nothing goes to waste. You can't tell which stuff is perishable, right?
Yeah, I can tell from the ingredients. Thank you so much for making all this for me.
You're welcome.
3 days will definitely be enough time for my ankle to heal. Then I'll continue on my journey to find the savior.
Tape the cloth for defense.
All right, then we'll be off. Bye for now,
Deardif. Okay.
See you? Wait! But if this is goodbye, how am I supposed to find you again?
Go to Catherine. Offer us a commission.
Oh, I mean, what if I find your sibling? How am I supposed to let you know?
Ah, that's a good point. We share the same goal, but we're constantly on the road, so we've got no fixed address. How about this? When the time comes, you can just write a letter to Mawika. She'll be able to find us for sure.
Wait, who?
Mawika? Who's Mawika?
Let's question this a little bit more. Maybe we can pinpoint that she's actually from Camria. Hold on, I think I see something over there. Ah, the Abyss.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here! But it doesn't look like they're marching to war. More like they're... running away?
Where? What are you talking about?
Yeah, see, she can't see what we're seeing because she exists on like a different reality, or what she's seeing is on a different reality.
A bunch of Abyss Order thugs. You don't see them? They're heading right this way.
Wait a second.
That's strange. I guess it's my turn to not be able to see the monsters.
I bet the tried and tested method will allow you to see them. Yeah.
You're right. I see them now. You weren't joking after all. So this is what it's like.
That is so fascinating though. What is our sibling up to?
What a weird situation. What is making these monsters invisible? Is it Deerdeath? Or the monsters themselves? Or is it us? Well, might as well mow these ones down, just so they can't pose a threat to the tribes.
No, doorbell aids got switched out. What's up, guys? Clap.
Woohoo! All done! Their morale seems super low. Guess they really were on the run, huh?
So there's no more of them, right? I still can't wrap my mind around this. Why couldn't I see them until you took my hand?
Believe me, I'm as baffled as you are. So, again, it's rather she's from the past or she's from like a different timeline that's just being merged into ours. Maybe a timeline where she didn't get turned into a hilly churl. I don't know, man. We're starting to really get into the confusing side of fiction now when timelines are starting to emerge. Believe me, I'm as baffled as you are. The plot thickens. Turns out there are some monsters which I can see, but Deerdeath can't.
So, any ideas on why those monsters might have been running away? Maybe something went down on the front line.
Mavwika just shows up.
Oh, Paimon's getting a little worried about Eon-san and the others. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind right away.
Actually, probably Dain showed up, didn't he?
We gotta go. Bye for now, Deerdeath.
See ya, and please take care.
Yeah. Swap out one, carry in for another, I'm guessing. Hello, Jansen.
We're back. We ran into quite a big group from the Abyss Order just now. Has something happened at the front?
Yeah, some weird guy showed up.
The front line has collapsed.
Huh? But how?
Did the Abyss Order send reinforcements?
No, relax. Their front line has collapsed, not ours.
Feels like you could have phrased that more clearly at the start. But this is good news, right? Why'd you still look so serious?
Yeah, so Dain definitely showed up. Did we finally launch an attack? Did the Pirate Archon release their might on them?
No, we're still mustering troops. Nowhere near ready to go on the offensive. So at first, I was also confused about what exactly happened out there.
Kids are just vibing.
But just now, I got the full story from a guard who was on the scene. He watched the enemy lines crumble in real time.
That's what Dain does best.
What did he see?
One person. Just a single individual.
Ah, man.
They stormed the enemy lines and attacked with a vengeance, cutting them down like paper dolls. They wielded an unknown power and fought with a sword style that no one recognized. The guard who relayed this to me said that before he even had time to react, the enemy was decimated.
Yeah, I think I know what happened.
I'm only recounting what I heard, and I'm sure the guard in question must be exaggerating to some extent. But still, we have to identify this person.
Don't worry, we already know.
And assuming they're a neutral party, we'll need to figure out how to engage with them. Clearly they're a force to be reckoned with, so we don't want to come across as too weak or too hostile. It's quite a diplomatic conundrum.
It's actually nice seeing Jansen have like more of an important role to play, especially in like a war-like situation.
You don't need to sweat it, Eon-san. From your description, we're already pretty confident that we know this person. Honestly, with the Abyss Order acting out so publicly, it's about time he showed up.
Yeah, he never misses an occasion like this. Dainsliff. Sorry, didn't time that correctly. Whoa. No, he's not voiced! You can't do this to me. Were you waiting for me?
It's been a while, Dain. And yeah, after we heard what went down, we figured you'd shown up. You caused quite a stir, you know. Oh, This is a friend of ours from Natlan. Her name's Ian-san. She insisted on coming here to thank you in person.
It is my honor, Mr. Dainsliff.
So cute.
Thank you for breaking the stalemate in our war against the Abyss Order. Natlan is fortunate to share a common enemy with such a mighty warrior as yourself.
No need to thank me. I hunt the Abyss Order for my own reasons.
Please don't mind him, Ian-san. He always talks like that, but he's a pretty nice guy deep down.
Vengeance.
It's quite all right. Uezo Janssen respects those of great power. It's quite clear that he meant no offense, and I am still delighted to make his acquaintance.
And it's actually nice seeing Dain interact with other characters.
Anyway, since you're old friends, I'll leave you to catch up for now. Take your time.
Oh, stay. I like the interactions.
Sure thing. You probably have plenty of other stuff to do anyway, right? Since this war isn't exactly over. See you later, Ian-san.
Alright, goodbye, Yan-san.
Hey, Dain. Would it have killed you to be a little more polite? She's our friend.
Come on, Paimon, you know how he is. Yan-san, yes, I will remember the name, but I will not invest more emotion than necessary when dealing with the citizens of the Seven. It is a matter of principle for me. Okay. Fine, since you helped break the stalemate, we'll let you off the hook.
Ugh, so stubborn. But whatever. So anyway, Dain, do you have any new info about the Abyss Order for us? Any idea what they're trying to achieve with this war, for example?
Never before have I seen the Abyss Order take action on such a large scale. Taken at face value, it seems highly illogical. In a war with the Natlanese, the odds are stacked firmly against them. They surely cannot be unaware of this. Their true goal must be a deeper one.
We thought so too. But it sounds like you're no closer to learning what that goal is than we are.
We need to go to Otrika Natlan. I've been on the case for some time. Even captured and interrogated several Abyss Order members. Yet still, I am none the wiser. I can only assume that they have gone to great lengths to keep their real operations a secret. I have a bad feeling about this. The Abyss Order is wasting a lot of its forces attacking Natlan, so whatever they stand to gain must hold an enormous value to them.
What do you think we should do?
Since we lack actionable intelligence for now, we might as well continue to focus on the fighting. Leave them to their secret plots. If they're so willing to sacrifice manpower for it, I intend to make that sacrifice greater and more painful than they could ever have anticipated. If we use this opportunity correctly, I believe we can eliminate the vast majority of the Abyss Order's forces. They'll never be able to mount such a large campaign ever again. That outcome is well worth our time, and the sooner we can do it, the better. That's right. The ideal scenario would be to destroy them before they can reach their goal. Again though, I feel like this is just a little massive distraction. But the thing is, I feel like them losing a large amount of their forces is nothing comparable to what they're going to achieve. To the point that it's not even going to matter to them.
Paimon gets it. Nothing in the world can satisfy you like making mincemeat out of the Abyss Order, right?
Fair enough. Right.
Wow. Okay. A rare, candid response from Dain.
Sounds like Dain's one-man attack on the enemy front has put him in a good mood. What about you? Any news to share from your end?
Well, actually, we found her brother's hibernation chamber key near the Collective of Plenty. He must have lost it.
So he's here in person. Unsurprising given the scale of this operation.
Oh, and there's more! After finding the key, we also ran into this weird girl. She kept seeing monsters that we couldn't see, and then, this other time, we saw a load of monsters, but she couldn't.
Got any information on this, Dain?
She also said she was on a journey to find the Savior. Her description of this Savior matched the Traveler pretty closely, so we figured it's probably her brother.
Hold on. That girl called him the Savior? Okay, this is probably where we're going to find out she's from Camria, finally.
Yeah, that's right. Is something the matter, Dain?
The last time I heard the term was before the Cataclysm. And not just that, it referred to your brother then, too. But who would still believe in the myth of the Savior when the Cataclysm has already taken place? It makes no sense. That term's been around even before the Cataclysm?
Wait, wasn't her
Doomsday.
brother called the Prince, though? Where did this savior thing come from?
Well, when he was first granted the title of Prince, the Vinster King and the entire court of Camria set about loudly proclaiming the might that he would bring to the nation. Okay? Vinster King mentioned. They made it sound as if with him there, all pain and suffering will be washed away, and the future of Camria would be brighter than anyone could imagine. The Savior was the celebratory title given to the prince by those who believed rhetoric. Ugh. Of course, you know how that story ended. In hindsight, the cruel irony is glaring. All that title really stood for was the Vinster King's lust for power.
Huh. Sounds like the people of Conria really believed in him.
Mm-hmm. Is that why Aether is so determined to revive the homeland? Because he thinks he failed as the Camria's savior? But that certainly doesn't explain everything. There must be other reasons. As for the girl you met, allow me to offer some speculation. I suspect she is descended from pure-blood Camrians afflicted with the curse of immortality. They must have resettled somewhere remote, cut off from the rest of the world. That would explain how her people retained her ancient beliefs, including the myth of the golden hair savior. I don't know. Again, the fact that we saw a Hail Chill in that cave before, and then after it left, that's when she showed up. The whole, like, her seeing a different reality just leads me to believe that she was that Hail Chill. She was affected by that curse. I don't know, Chief. I don't think he's on the right track here.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. So, a bit like Kaya, except she grew up somewhere more isolated? Still, that doesn't
Also, Kaya
explain
mentioned.
the invisible monster situation.
If she can't provide us with any more valuable intelligence, I suggest we shift our attention back to the Abyss Order.
Sure. Also, why don't you stay with us at the Masters of the Night Wind for tonight? You must be tired after all that fighting today.
He's definitely not going to be doing that. I will consider it, but we must discuss our next steps first thing tomorrow morning. We can't give the Abyss Order any time to regroup. Oh, we actually took it. Man, it does suck that Dain's not voiced though. Actually, now that I think about it, it's not that weird that Dainsleif is in the tribe, since we did see him in the bar. So it's not like he's allergic to these public places. Oh, he is talking to Ian-san. No, we can't give them that much time.
Is that Dain and Ian-san discussing strategy together? Huh. Looks like they're getting along just fine.
That's so cute.
Morning! What are you guys talking about?
What's up, you two?
Ah, you're here. I have some good news to share with you. We just got word from the Scions of the Canopy. Their intelligence has reported that they've discovered the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan.
Is it in Ochka?
After their front lines dissolved, the bulk of their forces fell back to that area. It's also where their central command is located. The location? The Cinder City.
So they are in Ochka.
Cinder City, huh? That tracks. Seems like their kind of place. Hey, this is great! This could be our chance to crush the Abyss Order once and for all!
I don't know about that, Chief.
And with any luck, maybe we'll find your brother there too!
Yep,
Don't be too
our
sure.
army is almost ready. And we've
Maybe
sent a
though.
message to Malika to let her know the plan. We can't really launch an operation this big without the okay from the Archon.
I beg to differ. This is wasting time. You have the intel you need, so act on it. Every second you delay only increases the Abyss Order's odds of survival. That point?
I've already explained my reasoning, Mr. Dainsleif. I understand your concern, but an immediate strike is not on the cards for us.
Dane's just gonna go alone. Very well then. Then I will go there alone. Thank you for the intel, Ian-san.
You're gonna go on your own? Come on, be sensible. Just wait a tiny bit longer and you'll have a whole army going with you.
I mean, he brings up a valid point. The longer we leave this, the worse it gets.
It's all right. I support your decision, Mr. Dainsleif.
Huh? Shouldn't you be talking sense into him?
Nah, they're on the same page.
I admire his courage, and I believe he is strong enough to take on the Abyss Order on his own. And even if things don't go to plan, he just needs to bide his time until we arrive with reinforcements.
Plus, we can also go with him, right?
Mr. Dainsleif, I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you. I get the message.
Looks like he's waiting for you to say something, Traveler.
Alright, fine, I'm coming.
For a second there, Paimon actually thought he was gonna brave it alone. And then he called his own bluff.
Just the look like, you're coming too, right? Assault the Abyss Order's stronghold. Yo. And this is probably where we're gonna see the environment change, aren't we?
Is this the place? The Abyss Order's hideout in Natlam?
I'm actually glad they're doing this more often now, having things that actually change the environments. So I feel like we can see some pretty big things with this in the future. All these years, the Abyss Order has managed to either stay hidden or fiercely defend their position. This may be the first chance I have ever had to finally make a serious dent in their forces. Which reminds me, once the fighting starts, I can't promise I'll be able to have your back at a moment's notice. But if you run into any Abyss-powered mechanisms, feel free to leave them to me. I'll take care of them when I can. That's what we saw in the live stream.
It's been so long since we fought with Dain side by side. Paimon's confident we can clear this place out long before Eon-san arrives.
Yeah, if nothing goes wrong.
And if you get to meet your brother again, even better. Let's go!
The family reunion. You won't get another chance. Here you go. Take it away, Dain.
Surprise baptism!
This is a very different battle for the one we... Oh.
Battle from the one we fought with Eon-san. No one's backing down. They're fighting back with everything they have.
Yeah, so they're actually holding the ground now. Something is very important here. Suits me. Oh wait, Dain, take it away. Thank you. Off we go. You're up, Dain.
Pinnacle of excellence!
No.
The abyss is all present.
My guys, you're getting clapped.
Someone else.
I'll my bad. Dain, can you get rid of their shields or something? Oh, you can. Thank you, Dain. Dain, get them. Help me. That's sick. We've reached the end, but still no trace of your brother, so who's calling the shots here? The fact that you just can, like, erase those shields is so sick. Oh, we've seen this design, right? In the world quests? I think it was Fontaine.
Twilight Sword Dainsleif. Is this really what you want?
Baptist? It is indeed. I will take every opportunity to hunt you down to the last man.
So where's the Traveler's brother then? Or is this guy supposed to be in charge here?
I mean, man's having a chat with the Lord of the Night, innit?
So, this is a hunt to you. I must say I pity you, Dainsleif. The death you dole out so readily to others is a luxury you yourself cannot enjoy.
Yeah.
But today, that is the least of your worries. Do you realize that all your years of pursuing us are being rendered utterly meaningless, even as we speak?
Yeah, so I feel like whatever our sibling is doing, they want to basically erase potentially this timeline and put us on the correct one or something like that. So maybe all the work that Dain's done is just not going to matter anyway. That's kind of why they're putting all their forces here. Your riddles tire me. The overwhelming advantage is ours, at least for the moment. You know what that means for you. I like to see what makes you believe that you've already won, or that you can still turn the tide of this war.
Then allow me to be frank. As far as we are concerned, our prince has already won by other means.
I mean, I feel like the moment the Limb of Fate was completed, they had already won.
And I do not merely mean this battle. No. His Highness has achieved something far greater.
Go on.
For today, the Abyss Order's greatest wish has finally been fulfilled.
The Abyss Order's greatest wish. Does that mean...
Our Highness quietly infiltrated the Night Kingdom to exploit that realm's past experience with ley line reconstruction.
To learn how to use the Loom of Fate, I'm guessing.
And then used the Loom of Fate to reweave the ley lines of Conria.
What? He used the Loom of Fate?
Yeah, to change their fates.
Wait. Does this mean the attack on the Masters of the Night Wind was all a smokescreen to give him some cover?
What? Who could have seen that coming?
Oh no. This makes too much sense.
Correct. As of now, our homeland has been revived.
Interesting though. And this also explains why we have the Camria trapped after Snezhnaya, I believe. This is what gave birth to that.
And all of my comrades that you have slain, Dainslif, they shall forget the struggles that have beset them these past 500 years, and begin their lives anew in a Conria restored to life.
That's so interesting. What a load of drivel. Your falsehoods are riddled with flaws. My ears tired of your tantrum. Isn't there more to reviving a homeland than just reweaving its ley lines?
Right! You still need a few steps after that, such as finding a place to host the ley lines you just re-wove. Plus, if it was really so easy, Moika and the captain would have had a way easier time during the war.
Yeah, but I feel like the Loom of Fate is a very powerful thing. I feel like that's already been established. I have one simple question. If Camria has indeed been revived as you claim, then where is it? We know where it is. We know where the door is.
Oh, you poor fools. Clinging to delusions, even after the truth has been plainly revealed to you.
Yeah, the hilly chills.
Think back on the past few days. Have you truly not noticed anything amiss since the start of the war?
Anything amiss? Are there signs that I could have missed? Come on, Traveler. I feel like you should have caught on, like, the moment you met her.
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
Oh, what does that mean?
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still.
A little bit of snooping around.
It's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
So what, they created the ley lines in a different dimension then? Is that kind of what he's implying? It's so interesting if that is the case. I also vaguely remember seeing Ether in the Night Kingdom, facing the Lord of the Night. Yeah, because he was also holding the flower, right? Wait, that's not all. There were other signs as well. Yeah, I can't see monsters at the same time as Dirithith. This one. Assuming he's right, then another possibility arises. Maybe I'm in a different time and space from Dirithith. If she's Camrian, like Dain suspects, then that means this revived Camrian that he speaks of might actually exist, and despite hailing from that separate time and space, Dirithith has found a way to communicate with us. Whatever may be going through your mind right now, do not trust it. I urge you not to believe his lies. Yeah, Dain, the thing is, I 100% believe it. The notion that Camria has been revived is preposterous. Unless I see it with my own eyes, I refuse to entertain it. The only one thing that should demand our attention in this instant, and that is silencing this man for good. Here we go. Alright, Dain, the shield is yours. Yeah, maybe I should have brought in my actual build team for this. Dain, do damage. Thank you.
That That should be all of them, right? So, we've destroyed the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natland, but somehow, that didn't feel satisfying at all.
I mean, because they've already won.
Are you still thinking about what that guy said? You look really worried.
Iridith is the only potential lead we have. I think we should at least talk to her about all of this. I understand. You think she might be from the revived Camria? Yes. I have said my piece. I doubt Camria could be revived so easily, but if it will give you some peace of mind, you should talk to her and test your theory. I will stay here and do some post-battle cleanup. Perhaps there are some clues left to be found. Oh, he's still there? Dain, pay attention, please. What the fuck? Dain! Shut. That's not good. I thought your voice and attitude seemed familiar. My mistake. I should have made sure you were dead earlier. The curse of immortality has struck you too, then, Hayden. I'm guessing Hayden was a part of his team, potentially?
500 years on, and you still refuse to address me as Master.
Master? Huh?
Don't forget Dainsleif. You may be the renowned Twilight Sword, while my arm has grown too feeble to swing a blade.
Damn, okay.
But I taught you everything you know about wielding a blade.
That's so sick, though. Your arrogance and malice cost you all my respect long ago.
Be that as it may, under the circumstances, I see no further reason for us to fight. The curse of immortality means neither of us has a way to completely destroy the other.
Yeah, you kind of forget in the moment after a character has been stabbed through the chest, like, oh yeah, they do have an immortality, they're fine. Still makes you worried for a second. Speak for yourself. I intend to kill you 100 times over. Okay, Dain. Damn. Just constantly? Man. His rage goes deep. He's just letting off a bit of steam.
Have you finally had enough? You weren't joking then, huh? Never in all my worst nightmares have I experienced anything close to the pain of 100 deaths. Surely, there's no point taking out all your hatred on me alone.
Nah, he dishes it out equally. That was just for your actions in the Abyss Order. If I took in account what you did in Camria, you'll soon find out how much darker your nightmares can become.
All right, I believe you. Still, aren't you at least a little tired now? Why don't we sit down, perhaps? Chat a little.
Hayden, my guy, I don't think he's going to be doing that anytime soon.
What? Not a fan of reminiscing about old times? Well, I suppose you don't have many fond memories to look back on.
I never thought you'll side with the Abyss Order, Hayden. You could have easily blamed the Prince for his betrayal.
Indeed. When the cataclysm first struck, everyone prayed for the Savior to deliver them, but he was nowhere to be found. Yes, we knew that the great abyssal power within him had been divided up.
To us, potentially? Because we can absorb the Abyss, right?
Yet we still despaired at his choice to leave us.
So I'm pretty sure this was around the time we engaged in battle against the Sustainer, right?
Still, I believe that everything he's doing now, including his regret over what happened, comes from a genuine place in his heart. And Besides, who else can we place our faith in? We are proud Conrians, are we not? I mean, we can hardly turn to the gods.
Man, we're getting so much lore, and I'm loving it. I suppose you have changed a lot over the past 500 years. Otherwise, I'll have never expected you to forgive him. Had you been so generous during your time at the Knight Academy as my instructor in the Black Serpent blade work, I might not have come to love you so much.
Is that so?
All of my good deeds were clearly in the spirit of Academy's code of chivalry, yet I received corporal punishment for being restless and brash. And as much as it pains me to bring up his name, even my co-student, Sergiologi, was persecuted for following the spirit of knighthood. He even lost limbs over it. So I'm guessing he also regrew his limbs along with how Skirk did it, just using the abyss. There's a little point of discussing it now, of course, but all of this was your doing, wasn't it, Hayden? You wore a mask of benevolence as you viciously suppressed the next generation of knights, all to bolster your own position and reputation. What? Too cowardly to admit it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dainsleif. I would apologize to you for those actions, truly. But the fact is,
I just don't care.
I honestly can't remember them anymore.
Damn.
Look at me. Look at what has become of me. Only by the Abyss's grace have I managed to maintain this physical form. But as for the rest, memories, spirit, emotions, personality, they have long become eroded, fragmented beyond recognition.
Yeah, it's kind of bringing up this point again that time just erodes everything. There's no stopping it.
Even if mine was a past steeped in sin or in shame I once longed to hide, I would wish to remember it. Without my history, I fear I will become another person entirely.
It's definitely not the best of situations.
I would like to apologize for any misdeeds that are mine. So please, tell me everything. Tell me about the Conria we once called a home.
But the thing is, it's so easy to manipulate these people when they no longer have any memories. No wonder your personality struck me as different. Memories are indeed a crucial part of a person's identity. So, the Camria we once called home. Dainsleif slowly closes his eyes. Countless memories of Camria flood into his mind. All the sights, memories, and feelings, everything etched into the heart and mind, are gradually brought back. Simply recalling everything seems to take a long time.
You seem to remember much. Could you tell me more about it? About our golden age?
I mean, like, not only is it impressive that Dain has stopped the corrosion of his own physical body, but also the corrosion of the mind. I still kind of want to know how he achieved that. I'm not interested. I have neither the time nor the sympathy.
Is that so? What a pity. But this will be quite sufficient. As long as the loom of fate heard what I could not.
No. The loom of fate? What have you done? Tell me. Oh, don't tell me that was part of the plan. Dain, did you blunder? No!
I'm afraid I owe you yet another apology, Dainsleif.
Oof.
You were right. I lied to you earlier. Your wits are too sharp to be fooled by me. The homeland hasn't yet been revived. In fact, even the ley line weaving is not yet complete.
So they're basically using the memories from Dain to reconstruct it. And Hayden was just trying to have Dain continue to reminisce the memories. That's why he wanted to have that moment of sitting down and talking. Damn.
Think of ley lines as the collection of memories concerning a given place. To reweave Conria's ley lines as they were 500 years ago, we would somehow need to retrieve almost all the memories of Conria from that age.
Wasn't this a point brought up in Natlan's Archon quest in Act 5? Where we saw it with, what's his name? Gufred, that's his name. Basically, we saw him in Act 5 when we were in the Night Kingdom and we were fighting the Abyss. We saw the version of him that the people of Natland remembered him as, right? Because the true version of himself was a very manipulative person, and he did, well, not manipulative, I can't remember exactly. He was very brutal, right? He was kind of the opposite to the captain. But the version that we saw that was helping us fight was a lot different, because that was the version that people thought he was, and he was recreated from, like, their memories and stories. So, from what we're seeing here, it will never bring back the real Camria, because if you're going by someone's memories, there's going to be stuff that is missing or not correct, because it's just someone else's memories and how they see you. It's never going to return to how it was.
The loom of fate cannot weave without an abundant supply of memories.
Like, there's just so many things that can go wrong with this.
And so, we relied on everyone in the Abyss Order to provide what they could. Even though fragments are all that remain in most cases, the more we all share, the more that can be restored.
So, the Loom of Fate is running as we speak, and the so-called meditation your members have been performing, its purpose was to supply the Loom of Fate with memories, wasn't it?
Indeed. We are people in exile, stranded 500 years in the future. We'll weave our homeland anew and bring the nation of our dreams back into the real world. Ah, what a glorious undertaking.
There's just so many faults with that plan though, because again, these memories are not reliable enough to restore something to how it was before.
What a shame it had to take this long. After 500 years, most of our memories have faded, and a world woven from broken memories shall itself be broken.
Exactly. So that's where I'm supposed to come in. You look for assistance from your mortal enemy, who has sworn to hunt you down.
Precisely. For you possess a ring left to you by your elder brother, which continuously resets your body's condition.
There's the answer to that. I feel like we were revealed this information ages ago, right? And I'm pretty sure someone did a theory video on it about Dain's, like, ring. Huh.
Of course, your memories are susceptible to erosion just like ours. But of all Conrians who remain, you are sure to remember the most. We had to obtain the memories in your mind, whatever the price. Even if it meant sacrificing our entire army as bait.
Damn. So this was your true goal, to lure me here, guide me into a state of meditation, and access my memories. So be it. A few of my fading memories for your entire army. That strikes me as a fair trade. I appreciate your generosity. You're gambling everything you have on the Loom of Fate. This could be a costly mistake for you in the long run.
Perhaps. But that is the gamble our Highness has chosen to make. And thanks to you, the Loom of Fate has now finished weaving the ley lines. New Conria is complete!
I don't know, Chief. Something is bound to be wrong with this. Enough about your beloved leader. You said you would pay any price for my memories, did you not? In that case, prepare to be slain another 100 times for your deception. I hope it was worth it. Damn, Dain. So when is, like, Yansan and everyone gonna show up? I feel like it's been quite a while. So again, though, this is probably how we're getting the Camria region, right, in the story. Because if it is the case that this new Camria has been revived, man, okay. That is very interesting.
It's Deirdre! Great! She's still here!
There it is. You good? Oh, cutscene. Deirdre? Deirdre, are you okay? Did something happen? Oh, she's seeing the Doomsday, right? Yep. Damn, okay. The cubes. Yeah, Doomsday's happening. That's so sick, though. What is this? Could this be the Cataclysm? Man, actually seeing the red cubes again is so hype. Is this where Deirdre is right now? So she really is.
We're not from the same world, are we?
Nope. No, I come from your future.
Wait, but that's great. That means the world isn't going to end. In that case, tell me, what happens to Conria? What happens to my homeland? No, wait. Don't answer that.
Damn.
We can only fight for our future. If the future is unknown, I still believe the Savior can turn things around.
What, this visual though is so sick.
I'll carry on looking for him, even if you're not there to protect me. Although, in a way, I've already found my savior. It's you. You protected me, and I believe you can protect us all. You're the one who can change everything.
I mean, not wrong. We are a descender.
It's just too bad that we're not from the same time or place.
I mean, with what our sibling is doing is definitely possible.
Oh, one last thing before I forget. I know how much you want to find your brother. Surely he must be desperate to find you too.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he can show up next to us whenever he wants. I feel like he's always watching us.
So, is there anything you can give me as a memento? Proof that we met?
The key, I'm guessing.
That way, when I do find him, I can convince him that you're also searching for him.
And that's why she had the key as a hilichurl next to her. Oh man, the timelines are already messing up. What is happening? What is this? A memento? I don't know what is going on. No. Wait.
Huh? What is it?
Yeah, the travelers finally pieced it. There it is. Oh, this is already a mess. We get to choose. If this is her future, if this is her fate, I don't think this is actually going to matter in the long run because things are bound to go incredibly wrong. I don't know. Right, screw it. If we're already messing with the timelines, I'm keeping the key. Oh, should have gave the key, no. Everything's frozen. Huh? I'm stressed. I think we messed with someone we shouldn't have. Our sibling? Come on. You know you want to. There he is. So that's what happened. Easteroff, the ruler of time, must have had a hand in this. Oh, I'm so glad Easteroff has a role in this. With the title of the actual Archon quest, Easteroff was like, okay, this is bad, we're cutting this off. There's no other way that this meeting could have taken place. Oh. Okay, so Eastroth is just coming in clutch again then. Just helping us out. Aoife, you knew all of this? I knew only the ending. I've always been curious about the events that led to it. When the cataclysm first began 500 years ago, I, as the Prince of Camria, was preparing to do my part, to fight back with all my might. But then, this girl, Dirdith, she found me. The irony was that, even as she desperately begged me to save the world, she brought me news of you. I was stunned. I was suspicious of her claim that you were searching for me, but then she showed me the key to your hibernation chamber. What? What is going on? So, she actually did it. We've been separated ever since I awakened in Tevat. I searched the whole planet and found no trace of you anywhere. And then she brought me that news at the worst possible moment. Okay, I'm gonna need like a recap of this to actually put everything into place. Because now there's like time shenanigans that have been added into remembering the lore. It's gonna get hard to keep track of what's happening now and what the timeline is. I was faced with an extremely difficult decision. I desperately wanted to see you again, but Camria was in an equally desperate need of my help. I knew that no matter what I chose, I'd regret my decision for the rest of my days. So, I steeled myself against the guilt, made my decision. I went to see you. And then? But when I found you, you were still in hibernation. Even the key to the chamber was still secure on your person. You're saying that 3 keys existed in that moment. I couldn't make sense of what I was seeing, but there was no time to think. I just grabbed you and ran. That's where we are right now, an intersection in our memories. Huh? This question has haunted me for the past 500 years. I never imagined the answer would come to me like this. So my actions 500 years in the future set everything in motion. Are you mocking me, Eastroth? Dirdif succeeded in bringing us together, but unfortunately, it is versions of us 500 years apart. Man, this is wild. Okay, my brain is hurting a lot, and I'm gonna need a explanation by someone else. She hoped that the Savior would rescue Camria, save the entire world, but instead, the news she brought led the Savior to make the complete opposite decision. Damn. How awful. Is this her fate? Is this how her story must end? Has Camria really been revived? Have you done what you set out to do? Not yet, but I've taken a very important step. Now the ley lines of Camria are complete. I had always thought that Tevat's ley lines were locked by the heavenly principles. No more can be added, and existing ones cannot be replaced. But then I learned that Natlan's Night Kingdom appeared to be an exception to the rule. It had intrigued me ever since. Yep. The captain put in work. Along with the Lord of the Night. So, I directed the Abyss Order to feign an attack on Natland, buying me some time to enter the Night Kingdom and negotiate with the Lord of the Night. Unfortunately, for other reasons, even the Night Kingdom cannot host any new ley lines. The most I could get was some room to carry out the weaving process. The Lord of the Night did say before that she can only reconstruct Natlan's ley lines. It's probably for the same reason. Still, I received the Lord of the Night's permission and activated the Loom of Fate. Using an Intevet as the base, the flower, I was able to grow a realm based on the Camria of 500 years ago, superimposing it over present-day Natlan's space-time. So that's why he was holding the flower in the Night Kingdom. That superimposition is what led to you and Dirdif to cross paths. Man, what is going on? That's what I saw in my dream. He's not lying about that, at least. But what I don't understand, why did the Lord of the Night agree to this? After that, the new Camria was enriched with memories of the old, drawn from the Abyss Order's members in their meditation sessions. With those memories as raw materials and the superimposed realm as a template, the Loom of Fate finally finished its work. What I hold now in my hand is the Atlas of the New World. Damn! This is the product of the Loom of Fate, holding within it the entire network of Natlan's ley lines. With this, the nation once known as Camria can rise again. One day, I will find a suitable host location for it. Why is reviving Camria so important to you? I don't understand. Is it really just because of guilt? When I first arrived in Camria 500 years ago, my memory was a complete blank. It was only after I had served as their prince for many years that I slowly began to remember everything, including you. What? Your memories were erased? But recovering old memories didn't simply erase the part of my life I spent in Camria. I still see it as my second home. That is why my guilt weighs so heavily on me. But even so, that constructs part of my motive. More importantly, if I were to speak with the heavenly principles as an equal, I will need the might of an entire world behind me. Damn! Okay, Ether. Huh? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! We know that. That's the sustainer, right? That's what we saw in the first opening cutscene, right? Oh. I knew you always wanted to change fate. We both do. But this time, I won't let you succeed. Bro, I'm so hyped. So Easteroff is helping us. We already know Easteroff like has helped multiple times already, like in Inazuma, blah blah blah. But the sustainer there, she didn't like that, I can tell you. I cannot miss the chance to reunite with you 500 years in the past, no matter what. Damn. Here we go. I don't know why, but the way you're talking, it doesn't sound like you at all. Ether, this whole thing, your plan, what does it have to do with us? Damn. All along, it has only ever been about us. Goodbye, Lumine. We will begin anew at the end of your journey. Yeah, the music? I feel like the sustainer's not gonna like this, right? No, dear death. What are we gonna do? Are we just gonna let him go through with it? Oh, damn. Oh, no. Also, oh, yes, I guess? Bro. What has...
Hero is back. Everyone's been waiting for you.
What has just happened? Once again, this is how the Camria chapter takes place then. I'm guessing that's also where we're going to be meeting our sibling. Oh, what is happening? The timeline, it was already hard enough to remember the timeline as if, but now you've added like time travel and everything into it. Oh, my brain, it's very confused, but I'm very excited.
The Abyss Order made a full retreat before our forces even arrived on the scene. All thanks to your efforts, no doubt. Oh, and Mr. Dain's lifts, of course. What's wrong? You look upset.
A lot happened.
Paimon doesn't know the details either. The Traveler just disappeared after taking Deirdre's hand.
That is terrifying.
It's like they got sucked into another world.
That probably...
I was looking all over for her, and then she suddenly reappeared, right back in the same spot.
That
But
probably...
looking a lot more glum.
Yeah, that probably terrified Paimon as well, because we know Paimon has, like, some sort of, like, separation issue. It's fine, I need some time to take everything in. Okay, Citlalli. Yeah, coming in on the pillow. Sorry, Citlalli, your rival's gone.
I think I got the gist of what happened. Something to do with your brother? I spoke with the Lord of the Night in a dream just now, and learned quite a lot.
Yeah, we need to get Lord of the Night's, like, point of view of this.
Huh? You met your brother?
I did. We just had a long chat.
And you didn't think to tell Paimon right away? Well, never mind. Paimon can see that you're pretty down right now. But let's go over everything later, alright?
Yeah, I really do need to go over everything. And Paimon, this is the one time I need you to recap things for me. And you're not there? Hopefully.
What your brother accomplished? It all but defies comprehension. I was stunned when I heard about it too. But what surprised me the most was that the Lord of the Night actually chose to allow it.
Yeah, that's what surprised me as well. That caught me off guard too. I would have never expected that.
The Lord of the Night did try to explain it to me, but in a word, it's complicated.
I thought so.
During the war with the Abyss, Malwika had an argument with the captain. Malwika believed that we should fight to protect our culture and memories, while the captain believed the preservation of the ley lines should come before all else. So, the Lord of the Night was very intrigued when presented with the Loom of Fate, and informed of its ability to weave ley lines.
Yep.
She saw your brother's actions as a potential third option, namely to preserve an entire nation in the form of an atlas.
God, that's so sick though.
Preserve a nation? You've definitely lost me now.
I mean, you are missing a bunch of context. Makes sense.
You're not the only one. Paimon's got no idea what's going on either.
Even with context, I'm still, like, confused on certain details.
With that in mind, the Lord of the Night gave the go-ahead once she was satisfied that the Loom of Fate wouldn't have any real effect on Natlan.
But we know the Sustainer saw that. Like, we saw the effects of the Sustainer behind the cliff. She is now aware of what just transpired. That is insane. Because I'm pretty sure Eastroth is going to be punished now. Because we already know that the Shades are punished if they do help the humans. Man, we're in for a treat.
However, I believe she imposed an additional condition of her own.
An additional condition? Did she ask for something in return?
No idea. She wouldn't tell me what it was.
Of course, gotta keep the mystery.
Huh.
Do you have anything, Traveler?
Alright, well, let's not overthink this for now. We just won a war. Time for a well-earned drink to celebrate.
I definitely do need a drink.
I trust the Lord of the Night unreservedly. I'm sure she only involved herself to take a problem off our hands. So it's one less thing for us to worry about.
I don't know about that, Chief.
Don't you agree, Traveler?
I still feel like a mess, though.
Come on, let's head back to the Collective of Plenty. Oh, Veressa should be there too. We'll treat you to a real feast.
Great. Yeah, but I'm sorry. There's somewhere else I want to go first. Back to the cave, I'm guessing. See if things have, we're probably seeing if things have returned to how they were, right?
Eon-san, leave her be. This might be hard to understand for an extrovert like you, but some people need alone time to recharge every once in a while.
Good call, Citlalli.
Traveler?
Yeah, just... That is a lot to take in. But yeah, we are going to see if Deirdre's fate has continued. If the Hilichurl isn't there, then her fate has changed. And I guess our brother has succeeded, really. Let's see. Hilichurl gone? Oh, the music as well? Come on, man. Yeah, I'm guessing the Helichill's gone, right? Yep. Oh, the club's still there, though. Before you know it, you've fallen asleep, drowning in a myriad of thoughts. You faintly sense what it feels like with someone clasping your hand, but this time, it sends you deep into a deep sleep where sweet dreams await. Man, what has just happened? Oh, bro, man, holy. I can't even begin to explain where the story is going to go because of this, but also the consequences that are going to come of this. Because with the cutscene that we saw, we know that the sustainer of the heavenly principles, she saw, or she's aware with what just transpired there. Eastroth's involvement with time freezing, she knows about that. The siblings meeting each other, she now knows about that. The new, the creation of New Camria, I'm pretty sure she's aware of that. It's just like, uh-oh, that is concerning. Whether or not now she's gonna wake up the heavenly principles because of what's happened, who knows? Oh, man. I'm so excited. I am unbelievably excited. Props to Eastroth, by the way, though. Always just always helping us out. Man, I'm so hyped. I'm actually so hyped. So I'm guessing the next time we are going to meet our sibling is in Camria, this new Camria then. Now, he did mention that, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he needs to find like the right location for it. We already know that there's that massive door that leads to Camria. Whether or not that's going to be used, who knows? Because it already has like the massive symbol of Camria on the door. That was an amazing Archon quest. The amount of lore we got in that is phenomenal. And we're actually seeing all these pieces just actually create something. Again, it sucks that the Traveler and the sibling and Dain wasn't voiced, but with, at least we know from now on, they are going to be voiced, because it's already been confirmed. Still though, that didn't really take away from my enjoyment all that much. Still though, holy man. I can't wait to see other people's reaction to this, I won't lie. Especially Murderer Birds. I'm actually super excited to see his reaction to it. But yeah, with all that aside, if you don't want to miss any future reactions to Genshin Impact content, especially Skirk's story chapter, I'm going to be playing through that next. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you then.